Hello, everyone. My name's Rezab, and I'm the CEO of Socialbakers. My slides are up. Perfect. So I'm sort of the only thing that's hitting between you and the coffee break. So talking about coffee, a lot of you probably go to Starbucks and Costa and all of those. How many people do you think go to Starbucks and check in social check-ins every day? Would you know that number? Well, that's what we do at Socialbakers. We measure every object in the social media world. And what we can actually tell you at Socialbakers that Starbucks has 100,000 check-ins every day. Social check-ins where people tell, on average, 100 of their friends, that they had a coffee. And that's what we do at Socialbakers. We have a social analytics platform in sort of the social media world. As a company, we're 3 years in. We're being used as sort of the go-to place for social stats. We have 300,000 marketers using the site every month, 250,000 of which are registered on the site. They actually physically went on and gave us their emails and shared their information with us. And that's a big platform and very high activity on the platform. So basically, we're there where we have a lot of traction, and we're being used as the go-to place for social media stats by a lot of the companies out there. We would say we're the leader in Europe, in South America, and slowly in Asia. In the US, we're sort of ramping up right now. Our company is a Facebook preferred developer consultant, which also helps to get access to great stuff together with Facebook. That's that. So sort of if I look at the company, as I said, we're 3 years old. We started in 2008. We were really ramping the business. We grew and are growing constantly. Basically, if we look at, for example, the last year, we grew our product, we grew our client base. We're now at over 500 paying customers. We are rolling at sort of, we did 2 acquisitions in the last 3 months, and we're really ramping the company now. Our goal is basically to have $10 million in revenue by next year, and over sort of $20–30 million in revenue in the coming years. If I look at the product itself, basically we have 3 key products. One, as I was saying, the go-to place for social stats. That's sort of our freemium hook. That's the SaaS hook that we have. We're basically a freemium SaaS subscription service. So you come in, you pay every month with your credit card. And the free side has a lot of information where we hook you in, explain you how we do it, explain you how we rank the pages out there, rank the profiles out there, and then hook you into the 2 enterprise or premium services. And this is not, this is not a product for $100,000 a month or a year. This product can start anywhere at $100 a month. So it can hit anyone from small, medium business, but also to an enterprise client. So we really have everything for those customers out there, from analytics to management platform. So the analytics is where we're focusing on, and the key differentiator towards other sort of mostly listening platforms are that we really built that competitive intelligence and benchmarking piece into that platform. From the 60 people we have on our team, 45 of those are developers, and they're really ramping the product. We have a 10-day development innovation cycle. We roll out features every 10 days, and that's very, very quick for a company on the production servers. If I talk about the market, obviously, we can take him top down, bottom up, but the bottom line is analytics is there, and social analytics is a necessary commodity by companies and for companies. So companies need to use that and need to utilize the potential of social analytics. And if we look at Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now Google+, it's all those platforms, and companies really starting to, what should I focus on? Where are my fans? That's why we built Socialbakers, to know what your result in the social media world is. What are your ROI? What are your what's your effect that every network is bringing? And I believe that we've been helping marketers to understand that over the past sort of 2 years. Also, if you look at the market itself, there are currently about 400,000 pages with over 10,000 fans out there. And those are big communities, communities that need to be managed and nurtured by the community, and this is by the brands. And this is very important, you know. The shift of brands going digital has obviously been there for 10 years. The shift of brands going social has only been there for a year. So there's a lot that sort of brands are learning right now. And you know, brands are really becoming social now. I mean, there are still brands that are not. So Socialbakers is here to help brands become more social in a sense and help them understand that, you know, oh my God, you know, if you're British Airways, you shouldn't close your Facebook page for comments. I mean, you shouldn't do that. It's a social media world. And those are sort of the insights, or part of the insights that we help our clients with. If I look at sort of the financials and the success to date of the company, so this year, this past 12 months, we've been growing 20 to 30% on a month-to-month basis, dollar-wise. So really ramping up the business, getting to very nice MRRs. Considering we've launched a paid product only in October 2010. This is sort of a year and a month ago. This is explosive growth for us. And we're continuing to grow and plan on having a $10 million revenue in the next year. Also, in terms of what we're monitoring currently over 10 million of Facebook pages, Facebook places, Twitter profiles, Google Plus profiles. So this is a huge amount of social data. And you know, social data, you know, you've already heard in the last days how social is, you know, how data is valuable. And I don't need to stress out how much it is valuable. But the social media data gives you a new perspective on things. Behavioral marketing, you know, you can know a lot about your customers from the social media world. So that's what we're sort of trying to help. If we look at the growth for Socialbakers and where it's coming from, it'll be primarily hiring and acquisition. So we will be doing a lot of product development moving forward, a lot of sales ramping, obviously, you know, globally. And already, you know, we're being used. We're a global company. We're being used anywhere from Brazil to you know, Indonesia, and really, it's been really surprising for us. Even some governments are using us, like the Croatian government or the Kenyan government. Their tourist offices are using Socialbakers to actually analyze what they're doing on Facebook. And this, for us as a company, is amazing. And you know, they're comparing themselves to other countries and other presence. So this is amazing. And you know, for Socialbakers, we help all sorts of brands. 30 of the Fortune 500 companies use us, actually. So companies like Lufthansa, L'Oreal. You know, L'Oreal has 408 Facebook pages. That's just Facebook, you know. And their competitors have thousands of Facebook pages. How can you even keep track of that? I mean, Excel really starts being, you know, impossible for all that tracking. And you get about 10, 20 metrics on each page. But we always say, you know, we can take all that data and make a meaningful report that you can read, you know, in the morning and make sure that you can act upon it right away. So for us, it's going to be about going into more platforms, building a real analytics platform and an analytics experience. And you know, we feel very strong about that, and we feel very strong about where we are at Socialbakers. As a professor from Stanford said last week on the sort of United Nations, data is the new oil, and we totally agree with that. And with social data, it's even more important that sort of companies are following it and checking it out and looking at it and reading it. So, yeah, that's Socialbakers. Thanks a lot.